Ronaldo a little bit frustrated though, Adrian. He's walked down the tunnel after not being called upon by Erik ten Hag tonight. He's not going to dirty his rather expensive boots this evening.
Wow, I'm a little bit disappointed by that, unless there's a really good reason for it, and we'll have to find out. But I think that's celebrate with your teammates. You're part of the squad, you're on the bench, you may not have come on, but all this stuff about, it's gone to his head, all this stuff about how you can't bring him on when they're 4-1 down. Listen, he's being paid how much a week? A ton a week, so, and more. So if they want him on, bring him on. If they don't, then he has to stay there and be professional about it.
Adrian Durham there with his thoughts. It's been revealed then that Ronaldo refused to come on as a substitute for Manchester United in their 2-0 win over Spurs on Wednesday. The former Real Madrid man has since taken to Instagram to set his side of the story. This is what he said. As I've always done throughout my career, I try to live and play respectfully towards my colleagues, my adversaries and my coaches. That hasn't changed. Sometimes the heat of the moment gets the best of us. He says, right now, I just feel that I have to keep working hard in Carrington to support my teammates and be ready for everything in any given game. So, as a result of what we saw at Old Trafford, he's been left out of tomorrow's game against Chelsea and reportedly been hit with a £1 million fine. Adrian Durham.
That's ridiculous.
It sounds hefty, but he can afford it.
He get that down the back of the sofa.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's all right.
He can afford it.
£100 fine.
But let me ask you, there's Adrian Durham saying, look, we need to know the reason as to why he's walked down the tunnel. And maybe there is a good reason. The good reason is the heat of the moment. Can you understand that heat of the moment, Kevin?
I can understand it. I can understand his thought process, his mindset, because he's the main man as far as he's concerned. He's the one who scored the goals last season. He was the top goal scorer. He's Cristiano Ronaldo, just scored his 700th goal against Everton the previous week to get the team over the line in a 2-1 win. And here I am, sat on the bench, the team doing well, and the manager wants to bring me on just as a, as a gesture. I don't need that. So there's a bit of frustration there, 100%. Is it against his teammates? Of course it is, because you always need to be a team. But Ronaldo you're not going to remember, there's only these two players, Messi and Ronaldo. We're not going to see the likes of these two players again for a number of years. There are others coming up. But these guys are giants of the game, and Ronaldo still feels he's a giant.
Have either of you ever been in a similar situation with a teammate who's reacted similar?
No, we've everybody's done what he's done, near enough. I've not walked down the tunnel, but we've all thrown the toys out the pram, because you've got to remember, his self-belief is unshakable beyond ours. He's a freak of nature. He's got 50 goals every season for his career, near enough. He has all sorts of defenders trying all sorts of tricks to stop him. His self-belief is obviously on the edge of being the reason why he's done what he's done, because he thinks he's invincible.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him brilliant. But also, no one's ever said no to him.
That's right.
But I don't think this is irretrievable. What if the manager's not on Instagram? Sending messages on Instagram. All he's got to do is walk in this morning, speak to the manager first, and apologise to the manager, apologise to his teammates, and apologise to the fans in another way. And the manager can then go into a press conference and say, Cristiano has apologised to me and everybody. He's back in the fold, and he'll go up in everybody's estimations. It's still retrievable, Kev. I don't know what you think.
I think he'll do that anyway. I think he's a good teammate. You never hear of him being a bad teammate, do you? And that would be headlines. So I think he'll go in and he'll hold his hand up. This might be a frustrating few months for him, a month for him for the World Cup, but I don't think Manchester United could afford for him not to be involved.
You said something interesting in the break about the conversation when Ten Hag took over.
Yeah.
The first conversation should have been with Ronaldo.
The first person you go and see is Cristiano Ronaldo, because that is the potential dynamite at the football club. So soon as you know you're going to be the manager, you call him up, you find out where he is, and you go and see him face to face, because you set out your plan. This is what I want to do. I need you with me. If you're going to be with me, great. You're not going to play every week, but you will get your game time. And if he's with you, great. If he's not, then you have to work something out where he leaves the club amicably. And then you can move on as a manager.
But, I mean, we don't know if he might well have done that. Eric
I don't
Ten
think
Hag.
he did.
But we also, and Ronaldo may have gone into the office and said sorry already. We don't know. We're not
Well,
privy to
I
those
know he
conversations.
didn't. Do you know how I know?
Go on, Kevin. Go on. Inside
I know
knowledge.
because when it broke that Cristiano Ronaldo weren't going on tour,
Okay.
nobody knew that he wasn't.
Right.
So if the manager had a conversation with him and Cristiano said to the manager that, listen, I won't be going on tour XYZ, at least the manager would have known. Cristiano told me he's not going on tour. We agreed it all beforehand. Never got that.
As long as the manager can go into the press today, tomorrow, or the next day and say Cristiano has apologised, it shows the manager's in control of the club still.
Yes.
But if he doesn't apologise, he's going to get asked, has he apologised yet?
That's right. That's right.
Well, they've got 7 games until the World Cup break, so quite a lot of fixtures to get in less than a month's time. You still think there's a future for him? Or do you think actually by the time January comes around and that transfer window, it's come to an end and that Ronaldo will move on? But then you think back to the summer window and it didn't seem there was very many takers for Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think he's got that much money that if you explain it to him properly, look, you are not going to play. I don't want to fall out with you. You're a massive legend of a player. I've got a different thing going on. I've got a project going on trying to revive this club. I'm telling you straight now, you ain't going to play every week. If I was you, I'd go and play somewhere else. He wouldn't say, look, they can't afford me. I think Ronaldo would say, well, I don't care how much money I'm earning. I just need to play. Like Pele finished his career in America, like a carnival.
On top. Bonanza. Yeah.
He's now, his career's fizzling into this, and it's not nice for all parties. It's not nice for us to watch. I was cringing watching him walking down the...
It's hard watch. It is a hard watch. For me, I think there might be a loan in January. And he wants to play Champions League football. He's eligible to play Champions League football. And if you look at the Premier League, of the 4 teams who are in the Champions League, there's only one team who he can go to.
The 7 games before the World Cup, what's he going to do for 7 games?
Hang on, we need to get back to this team that he could play for in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Who are you
Well,
suggesting?
it's not going to be. We know who it's not going to be.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Spurs. It's not going to be Liverpool.
Is it Chelsea?
Yes. Natalie's on it.
What, have you got some inside info?
No, not inside info, but
There was a rumour in the summer that they were interested in Todd Bowley. Yeah.
Todd Bowley's there, new managers in, and you know, if you're the manager at Chelsea, just think about it. If you're the manager at Chelsea, you've got Aubameyang there. You've never really handled the big players. You're proving that you can get them playing, and the opportunity to get Cristiano Ronaldo in your club. And for 6 months.
And then call him in and say, Cristiano, you're not playing next week. Your legs have gone.
No, but I just think for Potter, I think that might be something that would appeal to him.
Well, if you're going to dangle that carrot, I'm sure, he'll be interested, that's for sure. It'd be interesting to see what happens in January because after this World Cup, obviously it won't be long until that window opens and we will find out the fate of Cristiano Ronaldo.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.